to present our statement against the slanderous statement that this man called Ivan Tupe or Tupa has on Facebook. We are the coalition of political parties, women, and our statement is going to be read by our Secretary General, Madam Mary Quita Johnson. Mary.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our leaders, chair ladies, members of Cobwell, members of the full estate. We have come today to stand in solidarity with our First Lady. And so we come with this press statement, and we hope that it will go across the length and breadth of Liberia and the world at large. February 2, 2022. Press statement by the Coalition of Political Parties Women in Liberia, Cobwell. We, the women of Coalition of Political Parties Women in Liberia, are seriously disgusted by an unauthorized, slanderous, disgraceful book written by the Chief of Office Staff to Alexander Cummings, political leader of the Alternative National Congress, ANC, Isaac Ava Tupac. The women of Cobwell seriously condemned and see this as a smear campaign against the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Claire Marie Weah, and the First Family as a national embarrassment to Liberian women of the world at large. I must apologize now to the First Lady of Liberia and the women of the world as his statement is a total disrespect to womanhood. In this regard, Cobwell calls on all women to stand in solidarity with the First Lady. As an insult to one woman is an insult to all women. We want to say thank you for coming, and we hope and pray that Alvan Tuba will do just as we are saying, because we may likely come back with another press statement if it is not done. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you very much, Secretary General, and would like to hear maybe one or two words for our women in here, because when one woman is touched, every woman is touched. Not to say we are way at the bottom, so we shouldn't speak out. This is hurtful, this is painful. Women are the mothers of this world, and so men should respect women no matter your political gathering, your political connection, or your homesteading connection. So I would like to hear from any of our women that is in solidarity, because here today we are speaking of solidarity to the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia and women of Liberia and the world at large. You will call your name?
Yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon to the press. Well, Moses Samuel is my name, the National Chair of the Alternative National Congress, ANC. So, this accident really, it touched me because injury to one woman, injury to all. I condemn this to the higher level because this is not good for the women in the country, especially for the First Lady of the Republic of Liberia. She is the mother of all women. That's why he as a topa, I don't know where he get it, boat rating from this red bottle. I mean, learn something to educate his children, his grandchildren, to be somebody good in the future, but to insult women, because this is insult to women. And my political leader, Alexander Benedict Cummings, he gave a press conference, and right now as I speak, Isaac Toba is completely sacked from Alexander Cummings' office. He no more COS for Alexander Cummings' office, and we condemn it. My political leader condemn it. The women of Liberia condemn it. So I want to take this time, myself as chairleader of the Alternative National Congress, ANC, to condemn this to the higher level. Thank you.
And so we'll take the next statement from Madam Snotty Sherman.
Well, standing before you, this is Snotty Wilson Sherman, National Chair of the Foreign and Liberia People Democratic Party, and the aspirant for district number 12 in the upcoming election 2023. Just a couple of hours ago, we were also on the media reading our official statement on behalf of the Market Coalition for Democratic Change, frowning on the book published by Mr. Asif Atopa. And I'm also here too in support of this statement made by the Coalition for Political Party Women in Liberia. We want to join hands together, join forces together and say this is absolutely out of order. This is embarrassing. This is disgraceful. And I feel ashamed that this has been published on Amazon, where tomorrow my child will go to read. Because I told people this is not about the first lady of Liberia. This is about us women being discussed in such a form and manner. Something that we'll live with forever. So I'm here to say, women of Liberia, women from political party, irrespective of where you're from, who you support, I'm on record for disagreeing bitterly with somebody who's supposed to be a female candidate in the central election 2023, supporting such that we say no. And we prepare to draw the line. We prepare to break friendship for this. Because if we must achieve our agenda as women in Liberia, we must be able to stand against what is wrong. Stand for what is right. All right? Many of times people say, oh, why they call it women's league? Why they call it women's wing? Why people don't want executives? We are powerful. We are the wings. That's why we square all through the party to make the party more stronger. So men cannot do things and then women support them. That's not being fair to ourselves. With that mentality, we're not going to achieve the 30% of what I would say we're fighting for. Be able to stand against a man in your political party and say, this is right and this is wrong. So once again, I'm Snotty Sherman and I'm on record for being very, very vocal on the issue of abuse against women. Thank you.
And President is Honorable Arita Divine.
Hello, I'm Honorable Arita M.B. Divine, National Vice Chair for Gender Mainstream, United People's Party. I stand alongside with the Coalition of Political Parties Women to condemn the act of this young man called Ava Tupa. In our tradition, it is very insulting and disrespectful for a man to discuss his mother like this. You don't have to be born of a particular woman to reference her as your mother. Every woman is a mother to a male or female child. So we condemn his act, and if he does not repent, it's a curse upon him and his generation. I speak from the spiritual background. It's a curse upon him and his generation. He needs to repent. Heaven also frowns on his attitude. You cannot insult a woman like that.
No way.
Isn't thinking about his sister? Isn't thinking about his mother? I want to advise the education sector, the Minister of Education. I want to advise if I will be accepted, if my recommendation will be accepted, I recommend that that book be taken off the market. That our children will not mistakenly read it anywhere around. Because it opens our children out to insult and disrespect of mothers. Yes. So I am Arita M.B. Divine from the United People's Party, National Vice Chair for Gender Mainstream. I condemn the act and I against it totally. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so for me, a lot of people might say, what is the coalition of political party women in Liberia and who are those women in this room? COPWELL is a conglomeration of all women from all political parties. COPWELL have a structure. The structure of COPWELL with the 11 elected officers or executives come from across political parties, inclusive of parties within the collaborating political parties and other parties that are not part of the coalition for democratic change. So that's how the structure is. I'm speaking as Secretary for the Political Affairs Department of Cobwell. And like I said to people, Her Excellency, the First Lady, have always exempted herself from all political statements and have been a very neutral woman in the interest of women with and without disability, women from across all sectors. I watched this mother spoke clearly at the national conference that came up with the roadmap to curb GPV in Liberia. That event was held at the ministerial complex where His Excellency was seated. And she took the podium and spoke like she was not the first lady of this country. Many women were trying to say, say my husband is the president, and then this is happening, let me try to cover up. But she stood there, and the statement is all over the media. She said, I frown on this. Let not shield the perpetrator. Let the perpetrator be brought to book. Let us make sure that they are speeded justice. Because what is happening to girls across the country, it could be my 9-year-old daughter that I adopted. Those were exact words. So I would say for me to Mr. Alexander Benedict Cummings, that apology was not an apology. You can't curse my mom. Then you said, even though I cursed your mom. But you know, yesterday I saw you and your mom making flower like you cursed your mom for. And me, you didn't apologize to me. So that is not an apology. And we can't accept it. You need to apologize. And thank you to the police and the joint security for arresting Isaac. If you knew that what you did was right, why will you run away? Thank you that he has been brought. I know the president is not willing to have any political criminal. But hey, let him be brought to book. Whoever that will sign for him, let them bring him every day. Let this serve as a deterrent. Because many of our boyfriends, they don't respect us. They don't even value us. So there's a need that there be deterrent. Thank you so much.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you for coming to this press conference this afternoon. We are the coalition of political parties, women in Liberia. We will not, again, we will not sit and see men, especially so, I don't know his name, Ivan or Avan, Ruth Avan, Isaac, to denigrate our First Lady. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you to the press, and thank you, Secretary General. Thank you, our President. Thank you to everybody here for coming this afternoon to this press conference.